Hello family and friends, it's Rob the Sapper Gardener representing Essayons Family Garden, and I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. I got a request from one of our friends in the YouTube community, Celeste at Never Done Homestead, and she asked us how we keep the fruit flies and the fungus gnats out of our indoor garden. And I'm going to be honest, nothing's 100%, but we do have a handful of ways that seem to work for us. So let me get started, and I'll list them out for you and tell you how we do them. So first way is automatic. That's what I like to call the manual elimination of pests, and that's all hand clap or to smush them on the plant. So if you got them flying around, every one you kill prevents 10, 15, 20 more from being produced. So if we do see them and we can, we'll do that. That's obviously not the best way. Another way, if you see them on your plant, especially aphids, things like that, just squish them, get rid of them. And those are the two manual ways that we use. I said a handful, but it may be more than that because we believe in scorched earth approach. When we see them, we go all in. So aside from the manual ways, couple of tips: bottom water your plants as soon as you can. You plant your seeds, you keep the top moist so that they germinate. As soon as your plants have germinated, start bottom watering, and I'll show you how we do that in ours. So as soon as we can, we stop top watering once our seeds have germinated and grown a little bit, and we switch to bottom watering. And we try to put enough water in so that it soaks up so that the roots can get it. Plus that makes the roots want to grow deeper to get access to it. We got these new burpee pots or trays, and they let us lift up, but if you've got some like that, just lift one out, water, then add it back in. And we got some nice germination on our thyme and basil back there. And that helps to keep pests from going down into the damp soil, laying eggs, popping up to feed on our plants. And again, nothing's 100%, but that helps. If you can keep the top of your soil somewhat dry, that helps deter pests from getting in there. And another thing that we use and we're big fans of, and I'll show you, well, the next two things. So, two ways that we try to eliminate pests is mosquito bits, and I have talked about these. These have a organic chemical in there that once it mixes with the water and is absorbed into your soil, any pest insects that are in there will stop developing and eventually die off. So if you've got eggs, larvae in there, they won't turn into the actual flying insects. They'll die off at that stage, and each one again that you can kill prevents more from coming. And this is simple. We'll mix this into our seed starting mix. We'll also sprinkle it in the bottom of our trays where the water will be, and we'll sprinkle a few on the top. So if we do top water, that soaks down in there, and this is very effective. You can't get this everywhere around the world, but there are similar brands and deterrents. It's made for mosquitoes, but it also works great on fruit flies and fungus gnats. And this is in a mosquito bits container, but it's not mosquito bits. This is diatomaceous earth, And this is the bane of all salt body insects. So your fruit flies, your fungus gnats, your aphids. We will take this and we will sprinkle this onto the surface of our soil. We just take a spoon, scoop some out, sprinkle it over into the soil on the top. And if the soil is dry, which is again another reason you want to bottom water, any insects that are in there that try to emerge out, they touch the diatomaceous earth, it cuts up their body, they dehydrate, they die, and then they don't multiply. So these are two very cheap and easy ways. You don't need a lot. This container we've had for a few years. You just take a little bit, and even our potted plants, which we can't really bottom water at this stage because of the size of them, we mix this into the soil. We sprinkle the diatomaceous earth on the top of the soil, and that helps to control pest insects inside, and it works really great. Every blue moon we'll see something flying around. Again, nothing's 100%, but it works really good. And the diatomaceous earth does not hurt your plant, so you can actually even put that on the leaves. You can put a light dusting on the leaves. If there is a fruit fly or a fungus gnat that lands on the leaves, they walk through it, it cuts them up again, they dehydrate, they die, and then they don't multiply. Few bits in the plants and a few bits down where the water is going to go, and we'll do that in all our plants, even the big potted ones. And as we water it in, it'll go down and it'll serve to control pests. For the diatomaceous earth, we just carefully sprinkle it around the surface area, anywhere that our bugs might come up out of the soil. And you can use any container. We buy this in 25 to 40 pound bags, and we just put it in any container we can use to shake it out, or you can buy a diatomaceous earth sprayer. And for our smaller plants, as soon as we know that we're going to bottom water, we just sprinkle it in the top of our containers like this, around the stem of our plant. And again, this only works if the top is dry. If your plants are overwatered and soggy, as soon as the diatomaceous earth gets wet, it'll lose its efficiency. And that's another way that we take care of our plants. And another agent that we use, and most gardeners are familiar with this from using it outside, is neem oil. We dilute this neem oil. We put a couple of drops in a container of water. We mix it up really well. We spray this on our plant, and any chewing insects like aphids that get on there, it will take care of them. You can also put a few drops of neem oil into the soil of your plants, and it'll soak in, and any insects that are in there that might be trying to chew on your roots, it'll take care of those too. So lots of quick and easy ways to prevent pests on your plants. And we got two more, and then we're going to wrap up. And fruit fly traps, and there are many different brands of sticky traps. You take these, you put them in your plants. The flying insects are attracted to it. Not to gross anyone out, but I'm going to show you one that we have in our ginger plants, and you can see how effective they are. So this has been in there several months. Flying insects are attracted to the color yellow. They get on there, they get stuck, they can't get off, they can't go anywhere to multiply. So over time, any that you do have will be no more. And it works really, really well. Again, we've got plants all throughout our house, not just the edibles here. We've got some plants in our home for air purification, and we put sticky traps out in all of them, and they help. So these are some of the ones that we use. One is a single piece, like the one I just stuck over there, shaped almost like a flower. You can get them in different shapes. And some come with a little stick piece, and you take the glue trap or the sticky trap and you stick it in there like a leaf or a flower. It attracts the insects. These should be clean. I just put them on there. And we don't have anything flying around, but we're going to replace them all anyway. Old ones in the trash that we'll take out to the garbage, and new ones will go in. So these are our preferred ones for the sticky traps because you just stick them down in the soil, sticky on both sides, and they just work really well. So we're going to add some of these into the pots and move on. Easy peasy. And in addition to our sticky traps, we also use some fruit fly traps that use a liquid to trap the insects. They sell a liquid lure when you buy these, but you don't have to use that. You can get some dish soap, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of water, mix that up, pour it in. Insects crawl in, they don't crawl out. So this is another way in addition to the traditional sticky traps, but these are what we call liquid traps. And the last measure that we use, and there are many different types, are bug zappers. We got these on Amazon. We'll leave a link to these if anyone's interested. In fact, we'll leave a link to all the items that can be purchased that you can use to control pests on your plants for our Amazon site. But a lot of these you can find at Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, lots of different places, and they all work. These we like because we get a pack of 4 and we can put them everywhere. We've got them here with our edible plants, and we've got them close to our ornamental house plant, so we don't get any outbreaks. And we also have one near the kitchen, so if we do have something there in our compost, hopefully it'll attract that and it'll take care of them. And we leave these on at night because the bugs will be attracted to the light. They'll touch it, they'll get zapped, and there'll be no more. So a lot of different ways. Again, we go scorched earth because just like our friend Celeste, we hate having stuff buzzing around us. I actually work down here in the basement or the sapper cave, so I hate to be on a work call and have stuff flying around, flying in my mouth, anything like that. So we may go a little bit to the extreme, but it's working for us. So you don't have to buy all of these. Some of these you can make. If you don't want to buy sticky traps, you can get some yellow paper, put some double-sided tape on it, you know, maybe clip it to a stick or a stake, put it in your plant. It'll work just as fine. Instead of buying the liquid lures, you can take a solo cup, put a piece of plastic film on top or a Ziploc bag, poke some holes in it, put your liquid ingredients in, rubber band that to the top, and you've got a liquid trap. So a lot of things you can use that, you know, don't require you to buy anything. We don't mind spending a little money for something that we can use and reuse over and over again. So any questions, put them down below. If you've got different ways that you control flying insects, drop them down below. Let us know. Hopefully this helps, especially our friend Celeste at Never Done Homestead, to control pests in your indoor garden. So as always, it's Rob the Sapper Gardener saying God bless our great country America, and God bless you wherever you reside around the world. Take care and grow it up. Boom. Sapper out.